What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Tub Talk.
Meow, 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 meow.
We got our boy,
Kid Raw.
Boycotts.
and I'm your boy LJ, and we are unfiltered, unbiased, and unmotherfucking apologetic.
From business level, yeah, go for the show, bro.
Okay, so
Get your bag, bro.
okay,
Exactly. So it's all in the power of either the organizers or the people who actually went out to get those sponsors.
Mhm.
But it might also be the company trying to maybe right their wrongs from the past. That could also be a
By
thing. It
doing
could be
an
like
event.
a PR stunt.
If I'm a tree hugger, of course I'm not gonna go for a company that
for a
drills
company
all.
that's
Yeah,
doing mining and whatnot, yeah. So, but from a business perspective, would you sacrifice that? Now, for a mining company who has nothing to do with music, right, or nothing to do with uh the lights of artwork per se, right,
right.
in the music industry or in the festival industry, right, giving you a payoff or a sponsorship to run a festival, wouldn't that be like a red flag somewhere?
There's a fine line. So let's say if there's alcohol involved, and I am primarily, let's say I'm a Muslim woman with a tudong and like Yuna, right? I'm one
Or
of those
Bunga
performers,
even.
Or Bunga even,
Yeah.
right? Hell no. Because then
Definitely,
it's
yeah.
going to be backlash on me. It's going to be backlash
It's
on the
against the
event.
branding.
against the
and
branding,
It depends on the
against
branding and the
my
ideology. There's so
traditions.
many factors into play when it comes
Exactly,
to this.
yes.
No, but wouldn't it be the same thing with Pestapora? Like Pestapora is not a, I mean, it is not a mining festival, right? It's not
How would that look like?
Then
Just a couple of people
with
People
sickles
just
and
comes
shit.
out with drills and shit.
Hey,
There's like fucking up the environment and all that
Yeah.
shit. It depends on who the artist is, and you as an
your
event
idea.
going, yeah, with your own ideology in it. Like either you
Yeah.
want to boycott and shit like that. It depends on that
yeah. It's based on individual
because
moralities.
because there are
And
other
ethics.
companies that's sponsoring shit you don't even know about that's doing way worse than just mining.
Definitely,
You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I get it. Like for me, I look at it the virality. I mean, we live in a digital age, right, where anything and everything is found really quickly, right?
Yeah, information age. Yeah.
The information age, right? So essentially, when you know that, hey, okay, this particular
This
festival,
particular look is not looking.
yeah, like it's not mathing, right? This equation is not mathing, right? Why would I sacrifice the sale of my tickets as an event person, right? Why would I sacrifice the sales of my event tickets on getting something that or taking a sponsorship that is questionable? No, not even confirmed done it, but questionable, right? I'm gonna avoid that because it's unnecessary backlash, right? And now, if we look at it from the artist position, my question as an artist, are we going to be like, hey, you know what? Let's get that bag, right? Let's don't care what the sponsors do as long as I get paid, right? And I do what I love. Or, like earlier Adam was saying, if like, for example, if it's Bunga, right? I'm not going to go to a alcohol event and perform. Or
Yeah,
Associate myself in
associate
any way.
myself in any way with
because of her
that
presentation, like
because
that.
of her presentation. And generally, essentially, I think most artists in Malaysia is not going to do that.
Right.
Right. So now my question will go back to what about the artists in
Pestapora.
Pestapora, right? Were they looking at, hey, let's get that bag?
I think nobody cared that it was a mining company
Mhm.
until someone looked into it
Made it a thing.
and made it a thing and spun the narrative in that direction.
So that's why the question comes back: should we wet sponsorships,
But
right? So essentially, my question would be: should we even from the artist perspective, right? If you're going to perform and say, hey, boy, I got a slot for you at Good Vibes, right?
Mhm.
A half an hour slot, great pay, whatever, right? And are you going to say, hey, you know what? Let me look at it. Let me see what the event's about. What is it promoting? What is the objective, right? And then maybe I'll say yes. Or are you going to be like, hey, you know what? Yeah, man, $5,000 for half an hour. Why not?
Who doesn't want 5 grand for half an hour?
No, what I'm saying is that that's the thing.
No,
so
I'm
would you
literally
sell
asking.
your would you sell your dignity if, let's say,
How
all
is
of
that
us
selling my dignity?
no
Nobody's
okay
selling your dignity.
let's
They're
say
just-
if you didn't vet the particular event
Uh-huh.
and Good Vibes is sponsored by
Jeffrey Epstein. Let's do that.
for example
Let's do
Jeffrey
it.
Epstein,
Let's do that.
right?
Fuck no. What's
Fucking
Jeffrey
the-
Epstein, bro?
Right.
The fuck?
Right? The dog gifts are like lotions from PDD,
Exactly. No.
right?
God damn.
Allegedly. But anyways, like I'm saying, like definitely you would vet the event first, right?
But
need
looking
to-
back, right? I never vetted any event as long as they're paying.
So do you think artists should start focusing on that?
Yeah, we can't be playing ignorance is a bliss. It can't be. An
Yeah, no,
excuse
that's what
anymore.
I'm saying. Ignorance cannot be played as a bliss.
Okay.
Now you get
You've
where I'm
convinced
going.
me. Yeah, okay.
Right.
I'll go with vetting because you got to know where
What
your
you're
money is
performing
coming from. Yeah.
right? Again, if we look at the halal haram way, you what do it, right? Looking at the way money comes in, you got to know where your money is coming in from, right? We spoke about transparency for MACP. We spoke about a lot of things when, as an artist, you don't really look at the back end of it because it's either you're with a label or you're just like, hey, you know what? As long as there's money in my account, I need to eat. I'm not going to look at anything else, right? But come back to the question: should we vet whatever event that we do?
We should.
Right? Should event companies vet the sponsors?
We should. At least we're informed of what
Yeah.
we're getting ourselves into.
I'm gonna be
As an artist.
I'm gonna be devil's advocate then be the businessman. It doesn't matter. There's no such thing as bad publicity.
He's going in that direction. I
Yeah.
think we should because it's 2025. There's no
An
excuse
angel
for
and a devil on my
ignorance.
shoulder.
There's no
No,
excuse
Yeah,
for
yeah, yeah.
ignorance.
I'm
That's-
thinking it
that's what I'm saying.
logically as a
Right.
business person.
No, but if
There's
you
no
tell
reason-
me,
Even as a business person, you're not gonna vet the person you're taking funding from.
yeah,
Of course, I will. I
Yeah,
will
it's
do
the
some
same thing.
research, but as long as they are an established company, like okay, let's say fine. Let's say if this mining company is so bad, what about petroleum companies? Lobbying. So many different other countries.
okay, dude, that's more.
That's a rabbit hole
that-
you don't go in.
That's more of a political issue. What I'm talking is about is this particular company sponsoring a music event.
Yeah,
right?
but it is also
With
a
no
political
relation.
issue because
No, no.
Netherlands gave Papua New Guinea to
Indonesia. Yeah,
Indonesia. Yeah, that is political. At
true,
its
but
core is
why?
politicized.
No, my question would be why would a mining company endorse a festival?
My answer to that is why not?
Exactly.
No.
And no, it goes back to my previous answer. Maybe
Yeah, we're
they
just
want to
going
do
in
a PR
circles, guys.
cleanup.
We're just going in
No,
circles.
no. What I'm
It's a
saying is,
discussion.
no, it's a discussion, right? And it's a very strong discussion, is because generally as artists, we don't.
Ajay, what do you think? What should we or
Yeah,
shouldn't
what do
we?
you
vet?
I think we
He's
should vet.
asking me.
We should vet because
Like,
for
I
me
know all the
personally,
answer.
you wouldn't know if you're going to do a concert and you're an artist, right? And you jump on stage and all of a sudden you find out that you're in a sea full of anti-human beings, for example.
What does
Right.
that mean?
Bro, it could be.
I mean, like it depends, bro. If you go to an Eagles concert, it's only gonna be white folks, right?
That's
Probably.
stereotypical, but probably a
Probably.
majority. yeah,
Bruh, there's
but-
no denying that.
yeah, but what I'm saying is that it's like I said. Imagine you're a tree hugger, right? And you go for this event, and all of a sudden it's sponsored by a petroleum company.
You're just ill-informed and ignorance.
Yeah, it's ignorant, right?
Yeah.
So my take is that we live in an age where everything is literally on your phone,
Yeah.
right? And if you tell me from a business perspective, yeah, get that bag, great, right? But if you don't vet that company and you find out all of a sudden that Jeffrey Epstein is sponsoring your event and your event is going
That
down
would go
the,
into the due diligence of the team that was supposed to.
so that means you
dive
vet,
into.
so
Yeah,
you
I
vet the
vetted.
sponsorship, right?
But as
So-
long as there's no legality, like no problematic legalities involved, there's no bad press involved.
Apparently
there's
there was a
no
lot of.
criminal charges involved.
So
then
apparently
it should be
there,
fine.
there is a lot of legality by gray lines, I think, for
It's a
this
gray
situation.
area.
That's how they usually
Right.
operate, anyway.
Yeah. So, but what I'm saying is that you know for a fact that this is an issue, but you're still okay with taking the money, right?
Depends. It depends
Yeah,
on
so-
your own moral shit and
Moral
your
obligation.
your,
Yeah. So but the
Your
question,
ethical
ideology,
the
values.
one
your
thing that I
ethical
won't
values
disagree
and all
with
that
is
shit.
ignorance. That's the one thing I won't disagree with because
Yeah,
we have
you
so
cannot
much
play,
information
You
everywhere.
cannot play ignorance.
yeah,
now.
it's no more an excuse. If you're
Yeah.
10 years ago,
Yeah.
20 years ago,
But
Mm.
I get it. But now,
Ultimately, if the petroleum company or the mining company wants to throw money at a festival just for it to flop, let it flop. You as a goer have all the rights. You do not need to condone or go. You don't need to support
or
your
perform.
favorite
Yeah.
artist or perform even.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is just say no. That's it.
Yeah,
We're
but
making this into a big bubble, which I'm like, oh, this, that. It's a discussion. Either you agree or you don't.
yeah, I think for me it's just that you got to vet things out before you do anything,
Yeah.
right? It's like you got to vet that person out before going out with that person,
Of
that
course,
sort of
that's
thing,
what dating is
right?
for.
Generally, but
I
again,
like surprises.
it's like,
That's boy for y'all, yeah.
right? But I think it's pretty. That would be my statement. Yours is vetting out. Yours is just like fuck it.
No, not
Right.
really. Fuck it. It's if of course it's fucking Jeffrey Epstein or P Diddy and all these things coming out to light. Then hell no. But if we're talking about Petronas, then yeah, I would love for Petronas to sponsor me. Shell, yeah, I would love for Shell to sponsor my music event. What's wrong with that?
Definitely no. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, right? What I'm saying is that would you
But
vet
it's a
and then-
major drilling oil company.
Exactly. See, so
That's
there's
the
always two
argument.
sides to the
Yeah.
coin.
No, there will
I
always
mean,
be two sides to the coin,
If
right?
the coin doesn't have two sides, it's not.
It's a bent coin.
It's not a coin. Bro, it's not a coin.
It's a,
It's a,
it's a
the
ball.
coin.
it's called
There's no sides.
It's a bearing.
Right. Let us know what you feel or what you think of how this situation should be handled from the back end part, the event team, the artists as a whole, right? And we definitely want to hear from you. Anything to add on before we end?
Money doesn't understand the concept of good or evil. It just changes hands, and you don't own money. It's your turn to hold it.
Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you follow our Instagram or Facebook. Make sure you follow our Instagram or TikTok, right? Do let us know what you think in the comments. Subscribe, like, share, whatever, right? Thank you so much for watching. Peace and love.